Hi, Kelvin here. Now, today I want to cover one of the questions that I'm frequently asked on consultations, and that's how to create an ebook. Now, I'm also covering another question that I frequently get is what size images do I need for social media sites like Facebook and Google, etc. So before we start, let me show you the end result. This is a little ebook that basically just goes through the size of images required for various parts of Facebook in this case, Google, Twitter, YouTube, etc. Now let me also say I'm not a graphics designer, so if you don't like the way it looks, there's not much I can do about that. All I'm trying to do is present information in a reasonable way. Now if you haven't got PowerPoint, that's not a problem. You can go to openoffice.org and download Openoffice for free, and it has a module called Impress, which is very, very similar to PowerPoint and will allow you to do the same thing. So, here we are with a blank canvas. How do we start? Well, I always start by setting a background color. So we'll go with blue because I like blue. And we start by adding a title. To format our title, we just pick a color, and we'll go with white because it stands out. We'll align it to the right and move it into a position that suits. So, title in place. Now, we need to add a little bit more. I'm not going to spend the whole time here showing you how to use PowerPoint. I'm just going to point out some of the easy ways to add graphics. So we go to Insert and Shapes, and we're going to use a rounded rectangle for this. Now, as with any project, it helps if you're prepared ahead of time. So for this project, I have a lot of the graphics I want already in place, ready to be put onto the ebook. And I have some of the text that I'm going to use. So once you have a shape selected, you can just paste your text or type straight into it. Now, as you can see, that doesn't exactly fit, so we just play around with it a little bit and get it into position. Now that's centered text, which we don't want. So we just go back home, put it the right way around, and there we have our note about the book inside of a nice graphic. Now we can easily change the color. Again, we go to Format Shape, Solid Fill, and there we are. Now if you want to play around with that, it's no problem at all. Now I always think it's nice to have a picture of the author, in this case me. So again, let's go and add another shape. Now here's a post-it note type shape, and as we all know, most post-its are yellow. So let's go and find the yellow that suits. Now to help that stand out, we can add a shadow to it. So shape effects, shadow, and in the middle of that we're going to add my mugshot. Now one of the beauties of PowerPoint is you just grab a corner and you can change the size of the image very easily and quickly. And now if we select both objects, and all you do to do that is hold down Control and click on each one, we can group them together. And now they will move the same way all the time. We just turn that to give it a little bit more interest. And there we are. Now because we're talking about social media, let's add in some social media graphics. So Facebook logo. Again, we just resize by grabbing a corner. Put it down the bottom there. And on we go until we're happy with the way it all looks. Just to make it simple, here's one I did earlier. I'm just going to copy the whole lot. And paste it. And whilst they're all connected, we can move them using the cursor keys. And just make sure they're all in the right place. Okay, on the Pinterest one here, we end up with black background. So, again, let's format it. We'll just go for a solid fill in white. Helps the red stand out against the blue background. And there we are, pretty much. We have our first page. Now, as I said, I'm not going to sit here and let you watch me put it all together. So I'll show you table of contents page. Very simple. We start off with a text box. We start off by formatting the background. Solid fill, go with the blue again. And we insert a text box. Format the text to the color you want and the size you want. And then we start to fill in our table of contents. Now, because of the way text works and the fact that every letter is a different size, to have your table of contents looking good, you need to separate your title, your page numbers and your page joins into separate boxes. They're all text boxes, very straightforward, very easy to line up. If you're not sure about lining them up, select each one holding the control key till you get a group. And you align and align top. So they're all perfectly in alignment now and everything lines up. Now we're just going to copy this and paste it over here. Okay, Microsoft Office, so we can keep source formatting. Which doesn't always work the way it should. Set our text color. So there we are, nice and simple. Now what I did do on this ebook was I basically put a call to action at the bottom of each page. Now this call to action, as you can see, is grouped, and each of these buttons, each of these social media icons, has a hyperlink through to Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, etc. Now you can't set these hyperlinks when everything is grouped. So all you need to do is, and we'll just copy them over, keep it simple, is you start off with your individual icons, click on the one you want to link to, go to the insert menu and insert a hyperlink. Now as you can see, the hyperlink's already in there, but quite simply you highlight the object you want to link to and you paste the hyperlink in. In this case it's a link to my Facebook page. Now this basically, you can right click and do the same thing. My LinkedIn profile, etc. Now this basically is, if you like, is my call to action. I'm asking anyone that likes this ebook to hop over and join me on my social media sites, or just hop onto Facebook and say hi. It's nice to know that people are looking at what you've made, and nice to get a few extra likes or a few comments. So once you have your hyperlink set up, to make it easy to copy, just select each one, that's Control key, and just click on each of the icons. Go up to Arrange and Group. So there we have it all grouped. So let's look at adding another page. We don't need the text on this page at the moment, so we'll get rid of that. Again, let's set the background color. Now you can have the color the same for all of the pages, or you can alter the background to suit what you're doing. So if we go with something that's sort of fairly similar to the Facebook background, we can begin to add in our graphics for Facebook. So we'll start with our logo. Just resize it to a size that works for you. Now we're going to insert a snapshot of the Facebook page. And again, we can just drag it where we want it and set it to a size that's appropriate. Now, to keep it interesting, we need to add in our graphic sizes. So again, we'll look at inserting shapes, and we'll use a rounded rectangle, and we'll just drag it over like that. You type straight into the middle of it, and the cover picture for Facebook is 851 pixels by 315. Nice and straightforward. Add in another shape. Cover the ugly mug. Now the profile picture on Facebook shows it 180 by 180. Now you can put in a much larger picture, of course, but that's the actual visible size of a Facebook page. And we'll just carry on. With the rest of them, these are all going to be the same. And a tab image is 111 by 74. Stretch out a little bit, so we cover the image, and we'll just make that a little bit smaller so it fits. That's as simple as that. So now we have that one done. Let me just copy it, paste, and we'll cover the other tabs that are showing there. So there we are. We've got the basic information we want on there. We have the layout of a Facebook timeline. We have the image sizes as are relevant to Facebook showing on there, and their sizes. Now, just to make it a little bit more interesting, we'll add in a bit more information, and I'll just copy it up here. This is purely and simply a text block, sorry. So we copy that. And paste. Position it the way we want to position it. And there we go. And that's really how simple it is to put these pages together. Now, create the next slide. We can actually duplicate that. We go on to the next page and just delete that information because we don't actually need it for this slide. And insert the rest of the information we want on there. Now on this one, I'd already put in the blue box for the sizes, and that was done in Photoshop. But you can do it in Photoshop, or you can do it just as easily in here by using a box. Now we still have a call to action here. As you remember, we grouped it, so it's just a case of right click and copy, right click and paste, right click and paste. Now this maintains the links we've already put on there. So nice and simple. We just need to change the text because it doesn't stand out too well there. So text color, we go for dark blue again. Here's one of the gotchas. Because I didn't group the objects, the big image moved and the rest of it didn't. So here we are, we'll just change the color of the text again. And this is pretty much the basics of what we've done here. Now we can put another little post-it. There's the color we used earlier. Now I should add that we can change the line color or take the line out completely. So nothing there at all. Click here for the shadow, which just helps it stand out a bit more. And then we can twirl it wherever it wants just to make it look a little bit more interesting. And to add the text, we just highlight the shape and again, color the text the way you want it. And that's pretty much all there is to putting together an ebook in PowerPoint. You can use text boxes, purely graphical pages, or we can go down here and duplicate this again. Let's take out the graphics. And we'll put in a text box. So there we are. Copy some text and paste it in. The text box expands automatically. If we select, we can now change colors, sizes. So let's go with the dark blue. Go with slightly bigger text. And there we are. There's a page of text. Nice and easy. Now, one of the important things to remember is when you export it, you want all your links to be clickable. So usually when you create a PDF, you go to Print and select something like Cute PDF Writer. Now, the problem with that is most of the free PDF writers don't put your links up. So yes, you create a PDF, but it's not clickable. So the way to do it with PowerPoint is to go to Send and email as a PDF attachment. And this is what comes up. So if we open that, there we are. This is the one we've just created. And if we want to go, so we say to Google, we click on that. And there's my Google profile. So all nice and easy, very, very straightforward, and it works perfectly. So we just come back to this. If you want to save your PDF from here, right click, Save As. And there we are. You can close that out, you don't have to keep it. There's your ebook. Okay, so thank you for watching. If you like this, feel free to download the PDF from the link below. Hop over and see me on Facebook. Thank you very much.